Jeff Rowe from Two Hacks Garage. This isn't Jimmy's shop. It's not Kyle's shop. It's not my garage. It's not my dad's garage. It's not at Micah's. Where am I at? I'm at Cope Racing Transmissions. And John's a great guy. He builds all the real high-end Ford stuff now, but always in the Mopar world. Go check him out at Cope Racing Transmissions. He's located in Lowell, Indiana. He built my Ford transmission for my 1968 Thunderbird, and he helped me go through my Powerglide for our Nostalgia front engine dragster. My Nostalgia front engine dragster, it's got a Hurst shifter just for the 2-speed, and I have a button for an electric solenoid that has a little detent that hits the shifter and pops it in a second. Well, the detent, the Rooster comb, right, John? Rooster comb on that is just too tight, so when we hit the button, it actually wouldn't shift it, and you'd have to manually shift it. Seeing I have really very limited knowledge on transmissions, Mr. Cope is going to show me how to get that adjusted so I can get it back in the car when the new engine's built. So when you hit that button to shift it, I don't have to take my hands off the batwing. I can stay safe, I can stay straight, and go from there. So with that, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Powerglide. By the way, it's a Dead and Bear, which is a reed case Powerglide. It's one of those drag racing transmissions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get that up here, and he's going to tell me what I need to do, and we're going to get this adjusted. Because I tell you what, guys, I'm hungry, and John's going to take me to a really cool place. Him and I both have an aficionado for like Chicago-style hot dogs and that type of delicatessen of food. And every time we come up here, he takes me to a different place. And we're going to a place of, who's your favorite clown, John?
Bozos Hot Dogs.
Bozos Hot Dogs, to try some new hot dogs I've never tried. So yeah, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to work fast so I can go eat. With that, I'm going to get this up there. All right, so I got it up here. I'm a short guy. This bench is built for somebody tall, but that's fine. Got it up there. You see some fluid leaking out, which is fine because John's got the great setups for transmission bench.
I invented it myself. It's called a gutter.
It's called a gutter. Yep, like a rain gutter. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pan off. And like I said, I've never done this before, so John's going to show me what I need to do.
Now, do you see the spring, Jeff?
I do.
There's a little bracket and a spring.
That. Yep.
You get the hammer and a screwdriver and just tap that down so there's not as much spring pressure on that spring.
So if you look in here, guys, when I move this, see that moving through the gears? So he's telling me we need to release spring pressure right here. So there's this little bracket. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap and bend that down. So that's going to have less spring tension on there. So when you go through the gears,
it should make it much easier for that shifter to do its job.
Much easier.
Yes,
sir. So that's what I'm going to do. The fancy tools.
Just a little at a time, Jeff. You don't have to go crazy with it.
So all I did was take it from flat to maybe 10
like
degrees.
Go 10 degrees.
So that's park right there. That's reverse. There's neutral. There's second. There's first.
No third. Oh, damn.
I know.
Oh, no third gear.
So all I'm doing is I'm taking it to see how, okay.
Wouldn't that be funny? Hey, Mr. Cole, please? Yes. Hey, can I drop off my Powerglide? It's got no third.
So I'm just going through, and so there's first, there's second, first, second, first. And obviously there's on my shifter, you can't hit neutral.
A lockout.
It's got a lockout, yes.
Not only that, isn't this forward manual or is it reverse?
It's forward.
Yeah, so you're pushing to neutral.
Yes.
So you pull it all the way down for first.
Yes.
And this shiftnoid pulls it in the second. What side is the shifter? The shiftnoid on it? The solenoid for the shifter.
I have no idea.
Is it behind the handle or
it's behind the handle?
Okay, so it pushes.
It pushes. Just bink.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to do the same thing. You want to make sure that you're 1 to 2 pushing it. That looks pretty
I
easy.
used to say this looks a lot better because he was having to force it.
Yeah.
Now he just taps it.
All
It's
right.
actually going into 2 gears. It's going to neutral.
Yeah. Well, there's first, there's second, there's
I'm going to
neutral.
come over and take a gander at that while the fan's off, Jeff,
Okay.
just to see what we have cooking. No, that's park, Jeff. This is 1 to 2. Okay.
Oh, I was backwards.
See the long detent?
Yeah.
The long detent is park.
Okay.
So what you're doing is out of park. So you're going to go from here to here. That's your 1, 2.
Okay.
So try it again.
I might loosen that up just a tad.
Okay.
I was wrong, guys.
That spring, that looks like a pretty stout spring. I don't know if that's factory aftermarket. I would bet it's aftermarket.
I would bet
because
too.
I thought, now I don't do Powerglides every day, but I thought that factory spring was much shorter than that.
So now I'm at about 45 degrees. Oh,
It's the other way.
That's first.
That's first. That's your second. Yes.
And then you got your neutral, reverse, park. Oh, yeah. I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot. See, I learned something new today, guys.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. All right. So now if you look when I do this, see that spring, that right there, I bent that at about 45 degrees. It was flat.
Oh, really? That much?
Yeah, I went about
Okay.
45 degrees. So there's first, there's second. First, second. So much easier to maneuver through there. Jimmy was driving. He was having problems with it, even like, the way it was set up. So it was just real tight. So now the whole goal is when I hit the button, it's just going to pop real easy. And this is pretty light. And John was talking about heavy duty spring. It's right there. That is a pretty heavy
I'm going to look
spring.
in the book, but I think that stock spring only had like 6 or 7 coils.
Yes.
Well, that looks like it's got 10 or 12.
It's got quite a few.
I didn't count the coils.
12 coils.
Yeah.
12 coils on there.
That could be an aftermarket that it maybe possibly came with the valve body.
Yeah.
So, but what you did is a great fix for it.
Yeah.
And that should take care of that shiftnoid, pushing it from 1 to 2.
And I really appreciate John's help.
Anytime, anything for friends, you know that.
Dude, it's freaking. So there's neutral.
There is a little bit of a sound in that.
Yeah, so if you come here.
You're not moving the shifter in and out, are you? The handle? I'm sorry, not the handle. The shift arm that goes through the case?
No.
Okay.
So
there's a little steel plate. You see the steel plate in there?
Right here?
It's like a guide. If you move it, you'll see it moving on the guide.
Okay, so there's park, reverse, neutral, second, first. So that's pulling it all the way back. And then there's second.
Hear that?
Yeah.
What is that, Jeff? Do you see anything?
Yeah, well, I do a little bit. And
see, it's just a little bit of a.
It's like it's catching us.
it's
I
like
hear
it's
it.
it's
Yeah. It's click it.
We're gonna let him figure it out. He's the engineer today. I'm just a hot dog runner.
I think I know what it is. It's right there. So it goes into that way. That way's fine, that way's fine. Come back. I think I figured it out. Yeah, I did. I figured it out.
Could you tweak it?
Yeah, I think so. So,
Hey, right, see,
I-
we got a pro here.
well, there's one of two ways to tweak it. I'm going to try the quickest, easiest way.
Okay.
A pair of pliers.
Let's see if you can do it.
What I'm doing is where the roller is on here, it had a little bit of a slop in it, and it's like the alignment on it, it was catching. So, still doing it.
The roller, you mean the manual valve?
No, right there.
It's not hitting that tin plate making that noise?
No, it's actually catching.
All right, I'm going to come look. All right, I'm going to shut this off.
But the other thing is,
Let's see what you got cooking there, Jeff.
even if you take that out of the equation, it's right there. It's right there. Pull that handle back.
Let's see.
We got the expert.
I don't see.
All I did, John, was I took this and pinched this together
Oh, yeah.
so it was gapped.
Yep, that's what it's doing. Now do it. Now do it.
So my only other thought was, you see where that key is on right here? Once if you put a washer in between that.
No.
No?
Where's the impact?
Right there.
Oh, you got it all full of oil.
I got Johnny's impact full of
Oh,
oil.
my God.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're moving that.
It's getting caught underneath. Okay, that ain't to do it. So I'm gonna put it back where it belongs. I need where is it? Oh yeah, there it is.
It's going clickety click, click, click.
That click, that crunch.
It's catching on the bottom. Like that spring's too long.
Which spring?
The one that was bent on.
Where's it catching at, though? That's where I'm trying to figure out. And it's only on that neutral side. On one way on neutral.
It's catching on this on the bottom. The rooster comb lever. Because you can put your finger on this.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Catching right there.
Where do you see it?
Still on casting.
So is it actually catching on this piece, though?
Yep.
So what if we take this off and just...
You got to make sure you don't drop it in the transmission, otherwise we're taking the whole motherfucker apart.
Okay. So
that's what I'm saying.
So right here is this key.
Yep. I would turn it upside down, and I'll give you the proper tool to pull it out.
Okay.
Don't drop it, Jeff.
I won't.
Use the 90. Yeah, tip it your way. Smart man.
Look at all that lovely fluid. Oh, hit me in the face. So real quick, guys, what's happening is that thing sits in there and it levers. And
Did you see where it's hitting, Jeff?
yeah, that rooster comb is hitting. I see where it's hitting. It looks to be hitting right in here. And I'm going to have John take a look at it because John's the expert. I'm trying to learn something new.
I'm a dumbass, so just stop saying
John's not a dumbass. He's the smart one. You see that smart?
Yep. I see where it's hitting. Can I see those pliers you had, Jeff?
Yeah. So what John's doing right now is he is working on fixing it.
Just a little tweaky.
Just a little tweak here, a little tweak there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back together and see what happens.
That's all it needs, Jeff, I think. I just moved it out just enough so that don't touch. So put it all back on. Don't lose that E-clip.
Yep.
And the transmission.
This wasn't part of. Oh no.
No,
That's too dirty.
that's a grenade pin.
Oh, that's for a push button. It's a good thing you found that, Jeff.
I'm gonna fix it.
We think. We're going to find out.
I'm going to change it from a 2-speed to a 4-speed.
God, wouldn't that be nice?
I've often thought about converting my.
Back then, when I was a kid.
Was he, Oh, I heard it.
Nope. We're still good.
Dink.
We're still good.
I hear a hot rod something.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, that was nice. Like a mid-40s Chevy truck.
I got it in.
All right.
All right. So
You don't have it backwards? You got the roller on the rooster comb?
yes.
Okay.
John's making sure I got the roller on the rooster comb. Now what I need to do.
Put your spring on.
So here's the heavy duty spring John was talking about right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to
The spring bracket.
put the spring and the spring bracket on. This one. Bet you it's this one.
Just when you snug it up, don't go crazy in case it's in a blind hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just to make sure. This guy's a pro. He's going to put me out of business.
No, I'm going to come work for you.
He's going to put me out of business.
Okay. There we go. Look at that. So there's
Nice.
Park,
Oh,
reverse,
look at that.
neutral, second, first. So there's first gear. I'm going to hit that button. Go there. There's neutral. Look at that. Now I can put my pan back on. All right. Well, I tell you what, I learned something new today. And as usual, actually didn't have to buy any parts, just tweak some parts. John showed me what I needed to know on that. So knowledge is power. I feel much better on how that feels. And I tried figuring out the little piece that was catching, and I figured it out. John fixed it, got everything put back together, cleaned up the pan. Now it's going to go back in my dad's car because Hayes up here with me. And John and I are going to go to Bozos.
Bozo hot dogs.
Bozo Hot Dogs.
They just opened a brand new one in Cedar Lake. So
we're going to go eat some hot dogs. We're going to have some fun. It's always a blast coming up to Cope Racing Transmissions. I'm staring at something really cool right over there.
Did you not see that behind you?
Right when I walked in is
You
the
gotta
first thing I
show
looked.
your audience that.
I'm going to show the audience what's going on, but like I said, John's Mr. King
You would be
Mopar.
cheating them if you didn't show them that.
I'm going to. So he has his sample Torque Flight SFI case. And it's
727 case and big black bell housing.
and big black bell houses. I'm going to show that to you real
That
quick.
is the only one in the United States.
The only one in the United States.
Right now.
Well,
Yeah. It needs some refinement.
Yeah.
It does. It needs some refinement.
it is the sample. So, John, I'm all greasy.
All right,
But I
man.
appreciate it.
You got it, brother.
Before we end this video, let me show you this. This is really cool.
It's on the push cart. You can actually show them the other side.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
The tail housing is just stock.
SFI case. Woo. Beautiful. It's even got the CRT logo pan. Oh, man, that's beautiful. John, you do good work.
Well, I didn't do that.
Well, it still got Cope's name on it. With that, guys, we're going to eat some hot dogs. I know Jeff 3, he's ready to go eat some hot dogs. I know Mr. Cope is ready to take me to Bozos. And my son, J3, sorry, that's J1, I'm J2. J3 is actually at the Beef House in Indiana eating frog legs right now. Till the next one, later.